Hi, good morning. So I'm beginning to walk up a trail up to the top of Stavros mountain, which was one of my favorite haunts when I lived here in Cyprus. And I'm taking the Aphrodite trail. But, I'll show you the view from the top, okay, because it's really spectacular. And I have such wonderful memories from here. I'm glad it's gorgeous weather. This is one of the best times to come because it's April. And it's had, well, they haven't had much rain, but they have had some rain during the winter, so it's greener than it might be in the summer. And it's a wonderful time for wildflowers. So I'm going to enjoy all the beautiful flowers and the colour and the little insects and lizards and birds, etc. all the way up here. And I'll show you the view from the top. Okay, beautiful. So I've walked up maybe about 1.5 kilometers, all uphill, but there's an even bigger uphill to go. But I'm happy about this because I actually walk uphill most days when I'm in Mexico. And you may be able to see the path in the distance, and that's the top of the mountain. And it's higher than it actually looks, so I'll give you the view from up there. I've almost reached the top of this small mountain. I'm dripping with sweat a little. It's pretty hot and gorgeous. And anyway, I have a little bit further to go, but I'll just give you an idea of my surroundings. And whoops, falling over. Maybe you can have an idea of the view down there across the bay. Okay, onward and upward, one step at a time. One of the things I noticed is just driving around this place where I lived maybe about 3 years ago. There's loads of changes, new buildings, and I don't recognize lots of things. But this pathway in nature has hardly changed at all. There are just little nuances that have changed, but of course it's all according to the way the walkers have come, perhaps, who are lovers of nature, and the way the elements have moulded everything, especially maybe the waters. So it's a bit like life to me, that the waters of truth and love can change everything, but there's a sort of pattern to everything at the same time, and you recognize where you're going when you keep that awareness inside yourself. You notice how in life sometimes it feels like you're just going downhill and it's really hard on your knees, and you're trying to stay flexible and keep your knees strong, and then you have to go uphill and it's a real struggle, and then it seems to even out and flatten out a little bit, and there are just a few rocks blocking you, but as long as you stay light, conscious and present, you're able just to flow along. So this pathway has always been, for me, an awareness of walking in that conscious presence. So at this point, we've reached the top of the mountain, Stavros, and what I used to do, and I used to come up here with friends. In fact, the last time I came up here was with my sister. Hi, Sarah. And I'm remembering that actually the only way I could get up here that time was with painkillers. But anyway, I came up here many times before, and what I do on the top, because it's like a table mountain, is I'd actually get everybody holding hands in a row with me leading them, and they'd have their eyes closed, so it was a great awareness of trust. And then I would lead them to the edge, well, not exactly the edge, but almost the edge. And then they would all look at the view and see the view. So this is the view I'm about to show you. It's pretty gorgeous. And this is actually the end of the island. It's known as the Akamas Peninsula, and it's thankfully a protected area now, finally. And this is also looking over at what's called the Blue Lagoon, which we'll go to another day. And it is just gorgeous. So as you can see, we're on the edge. But I feel perfectly safe. But sometimes it's good to be on the edge. flying high with all the little swallows.